Hey, hello everyone. I've returned. So I just came off of a 9-day fast not too long ago. It's been a few days. Um, so that beginning of the year fast sort of thing is happening, or has happened. And while I have yet to absolutely perfect the one ingredient meal plan again, at this stage I'm working with I guess resettling a next stage. So one of the bigger things that have happened recently is I'm no longer single. That's something that has occurred since the 25th, so on Monday. Which one of the points I'd like to bring up is that early on in the Luciferian doctrine, so there's all this like hype over like absolute perfection, and it kind of just like it is that way. That is definitely the ideal. That part won't change. But I've also come to realize that the nature of the soul is so intricate that finding true compatibility with just about any other living entity in this realm is a tedious process to absolute. Building true friendships and true camaraderie, it would seem as a difficult to tedious task to accomplish. So I lost my crewmates, it would seem, at least officially or whatever, like by means of having been blocked on social media. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but I like in this whole mental realm, I'm still talking to Yak, and so things have like become better. I guess this is like a melding phase after like our first rough segment. And then Ian, I am also looking on building up. And then so those are the only two that are like approved by interaction outside of the psychic realm. I have another comrade who I won't name currently because I've yet to receive a message from her, but it's plausible to consider that she may be the fourth, and then my romantic entanglement, there'd be a fifth member, so that's approximately half to maybe a third if I do it for the full 13. To sum all of that up, I've decided to pursue piracy. That is to say privateering. That is to say ocean travel, as well as interactions with all of the other what we call governments. So that's something that I've wanted to do. I've wanted to be a good person. Part of what I have picked up from the Luciferian doctrine is noting that there are very many tremendous evils in this realm that must be amended. I believe that in order to do so, it does take true camaraderie, which is where I believe many of us Luciferians falter, is finding that true camaraderie. Because I mean, we have like buddies Many of us have many buddies, but in order to find a true devoted friend, it's just a bit more of a task to accomplish. We know that whole "it must be done by the self" bit. I'm pretty sure that's like a self over ego bit, like a Thelemic true will sort of bit. To ascertain the actual dream goals, I suppose it's an overall esoteric concept, so to say that the soul itself is ever living, and even though the vehicle might at some point perish, we are stuck with it throughout the entirety of our course through this physical journey. Unless, of course, you count all of the neurons and electricity, which is still physical, but just chemical. The plan is still to port from here in Seattle, Washington, in 2 years. So I've got further training to do here. There are a number of aspects in which I'm looking to do so. Though it would appear that firstly I must acquire a recollection of the spirituality in which I were at in the early phases. One of the topics that I believe that we should make note of, I would love some interaction in the comments below, by the way, is the notion that we should be building a community so that we don't just completely miss out on everything. We recognize that when there are multiple devs working to build a healthy DAO, we may appreciate the benefits from one another. We need to talk when we don't actually share intimacy with the other souls in the realm, when we cut one another off. It destroys the potential for reaching and ascertaining the true goal and all of our, I suppose, smaller goals along the way. It just makes it more difficult when we destroy ourselves and others. So it does make sense that those who are unaware of how it disregards potential for purity, it would make sense that they would continue to do so until brought into the know, into the loop. So the book itself talks about sharing it with people, but I believe that it also notes that it should be shared with good people. That is to say, we shouldn't just be handling this book insecurely and giving it to the negative creators. selectivity and ensuring that people within the ministry are I dare not say worthy, because inevitably we are worthy. We are definitely worthy of being bestowed with knowledge. So I guess I'll end this with a talk about what else I'm doing in Seattle currently as this pirate captain. So finance has been a troubling issue for a while. It would seem to appear that it will no longer be quite a substantial issue. There are some things changing, including the growth of my musical career. So the numbers are gradually growing. In the past year, I've gained a solid number of souls that have perceived my musical being. So down below, I'll add a link to the SoundCloud. My recommendations. Firstly, I'll say Green Room Blacklight. There's also Salut, Je ne sais rien. Then there's Splunk, Child of Deceit. I'd re-captioned the piece. There are a few other fun ones, actually quite a few other fun ones. It would appear that I tend to revolve around those three. They are the most often played. I do toss in some others though, and I have maybe a third of my songs not yet recorded, as well as a plethora of vocal covers. By the way, I will be performing at St. Andrew's Pub. Every Friday we'll have karaoke there, and on the third Tuesday of every week, the third Tuesday of every month, we'll have an open mic. There are also shows that I will begin to be playing in Oregon as soon as I can accomplish the train fare. So this relationship that I'm in, I'll say, has brought in a source of intimacy. So it gives more opportunity to do more things. The mind is less clouded. So I'll be visiting West Virginia at some point in April 2024. And then we will be flying from West Virginia and return to Seattle after a few weeks. A week or 3. I suppose we have up to 2 months. I would suppose that after about a month and a half, it would be about time to insure a ticket to return to Seattle. We'll see how things progress as time goes along. Maybe we will update again then. So, I'll go ahead and leave this here now. These are a small vlog update for the emotional state and the health benefits of interactions. They're quite vital to overall societal health. Ensure that you check on your friends. Not everyone is as happy as, "Are you okay?" "Yes, I am," or "Yeah, sure." Take them out sometime.